Good morning, everybody. My name is Melanie Esslinger, and I work in the Study Abroad office here, and I'm excited to welcome you to Primetime at the BU Library. Primetime is really something that celebrates learning and things that happen beyond the classroom as well. This can be Bethel faculty, students, and staff. And it's a project between Friends of the BU Library, faculty development, and other offices on campus like ours. And if you enjoy Primetime programming, you can consider becoming a member of Friends of the Library. And more information is available on the library website. There are also archived recordings of a lot of the presentations available there too in the BU Digital Library. Coming up next week on Tuesday at 11:15, Dr. Ruth Nelson and Dr. Annie Johnson, who are both associate professors of psychology, they will be celebrating the publication of their new book, Religion, Disability, and Interpersonal Violence. This morning, we're kind of kicking off a series about study abroad that we are calling GPS, the Global Perspectives of Students. And our first presenter in this series will be Da, who was abroad just last semester in the fall. She studied abroad in Seoul, South Korea, so we're excited to welcome her and hear her story.
Hi. Oh my gosh, it's on. So thanks for coming, first of all. To the people who come late today. Okay, we're gonna move on. So introduction, who am I? So my name is Da. Well, I go by Da, but my actual name is, according to here, it's Ehkhudah Zar, but nobody can pronounce it correctly, so I go by Da. Thank you. So my name is Da. I'm double majoring in communication and theater. And I like that picture because, as you can see, my hair's a little wild, and then there's a little airplane. Yeah. Okay, so where did I go? Obviously, South Korea, Seoul. And why did I choose South Korea? Because when I was in high school, I wanted to be an exchange student, but because of financial situation, and also I wasn't a U.S. citizen. Therefore, you need a U.S. citizen, passport and stuff to get to travel outside. So then I didn't have all the resources I need. I wasn't able to go. So then once I came to college, Bethel, the Study Abroad office, which is a good place to go because Melanie, wow, she will give you the information y'all need. Yeah, so the Study Abroad program put me up with that. She helped me with financial step-by-step, and I guess I was able to go. And my title is On My Soul. I was there because, oh my goodness, I was there, which is true. A couple pictures here. What? So this picture is a funny story. So me and my roommate, we're gonna go to the market. So the market is what is it, E-Mart, like K-Mart, E-Mart. But then we wanted to take a shortcut. We want to be adventurous. So then we started hiking. We actually went hiking and got lost. And then we found this view and we were just okay, I guess. And the picture on the right is, I like the mountain view. This is where we're going to the palace, the main palace. And the statue of the person there is the King Sejong. He was the person who created the Korean alphabet, so he's very well respected. So, yeah, so I got a short video, 6 minutes and 10 seconds to be accurate. But yeah, here we go. So that was a video. It's really hard to condense a 4 months of adventure and experience into just a 6-minute video. I wanted to do a 5-minute, but it couldn't happen. So 6 minutes, 10 seconds. That's what it was. Yeah. So that was. If you have any questions about the video and you want more information and stuff like that, or if you plan to go to Korea one day, you want to get an insight, let me know. So people who just come, there's food, grab it. I'm all about saving money. So go ahead and grab as much because the study abroad provided, and so eat it up. Don't eat it too much. Okay, so next. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is not right. Yes, okay. So the program that I went with is ISA. So ISA, International Student Study Abroad. And I ended up in Korea University. Get it? No, okay. So Korea University, obviously I have the code, and there's another one, but it'll come later. So Korea University, I took 5 classes. 2 of them were my communication classes, and 2 of them were my generals. And then I took a Korean class, a Korean language class. And how class was set up, it's set up the same way here, where you have not blocked, but like you have to go to class, you come back, the college, the same way you go to college. This picture is I think the main building. Okay, honestly, the campus was huge, as you can see in the video. It's like acres, it's so big. So I didn't get a chance to explore it a lot. Plus, there was hills everywhere, the way I don't. So this was one of the main buildings. It was really pretty, and I think this was one of the oldest building that was built. So when we went, it was like they were remodeling, which sucks because then we have to go around the construction, which makes it harder. But good thing I didn't have class on the other side. They're very Korea. They have this. I want to compare it with Bethel, but like when they have like a big so Korean University and Yonsei University, they're rivals. So then they have this competition that includes like soccer, baseball, basketball, and then they would compete with each other. It's crazy. They have cheerleaders. They have a whole dance routine. And when you go and see the game, they don't watch the game. They just dance and cheer. That's it. And some of their dance are just, wow. There's this dance that just bob your head back and forth intensely. Okay, good, yeah. And it was also hot too, hot mess. This is the neighborhood of the college and also where my dorm was located. So yeah, so it was great. There was food. I could just walk down the street and find food. Yeah. Oh, this dorm that I stayed was called CJ International Housing, and it's for mainly international students, obviously. But the struggle about that dorm is it's up a hill. So as you can imagine, I have to walk up the hill and down the hill. So wherever I need to go, I have to go through that hill. And every time I go up the hill, I would sweat and then huff and puff. Yeah, so some of my highlights, my highlights. So definitely the food, yeah. Anybody who goes abroad would say food is their highlight. The many excursions that we were able to encounter with, cultural activities, and the friends. And these are just a couple of pictures that over here are like the main friends that I've made. They're very adventurous, and I'm glad that I met them because they have the same yearns and wanting to go and explore. So that was me too, because I'm in a different country. I want to do this, so let's do it together. And they felt the same way, so yay. And this is my favorite food. It's called bibimbap, and it's just a mixture of veggies and then rice, and it's so good. So good. Oh my gosh, I missed that. And this is samgyetang. It's a chicken soup. I call it my soul cleanser because when I'm stressed, I just go eat it, and it just feels good. This is the top of the volcanic mountain. Yeah, the view was pretty, but the hike was not. It's true. Okay, this is my Cuba buddy. So when we go in, Korea University set up this buddy system. It's like PEP. So PEP students come in, and then there's mentors that go, mentor them along the way, their journey. So she was like my PEP mentor, but Cuba buddy. And these are the friends. So the next slide is a little intense, so embrace yourself. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So food. So there's more food pictures, but it doesn't fit. So this is all I got. So this is my favorite. So the main bibimbap. So Korean have side dishes. Food is very cheap. So for you to, and it's very fulfilling because you get your main, whatever you order. For example, you got a hamburger. You pretend you order a hamburger, you get the hamburger. But then with Korea, they have side dishes, so you'll get a little bit of fries, you get a little of this and that. So together, it's very fulfilling, which is good. Chicken, oh my gosh, the chicken is so good. Okay, my favorite was the chicken. We call it the window chicken. Every time I passed through it, oh my gosh, where am I? Okay, so there's this window chicken, right? It's right by, before we go to our dorm and to our campus. And every time I pass it, I always look at it and I say, wow, this chicken looks correct. And then and then we just go walk by it. And then one day I was like, okay, I want some chicken. And so we went in there, ate it. Oh my goodness. I was like, what was I doing? So then we went there like every week. It was so good. So chicken, wow. Okay, fried chicken to be exact. So this is So this is the bone marrow soup. It's so good. It's another soul cleansing. It's very good. Yes. And then dessert. it should exist here in America, but it doesn't. This is a whole melon. You get a whole melon, and then they cut it. So it's called popping soup. So it's shaved ice. So they cut it open, and then they put like shaved ice in it, and then they put condensed milk and then fruit. Oh my gosh. Okay, we can stop there. Yeah, so the food is just so good, and I think Bethel should invest in this. Popping soup. But yeah, okay. Anyway, excursions. So the places that I went, I just did not stay in Seoul because South Korea is a big land, not really, but a land that's full of things I need to see. And so I went to Busan. Where's Busan? Right here. So this is Busan, and it's in the coast. It's in the north, southeast of South Korea, and it's as in the slide, it's one of the like tourist places for the locals and tourists. Because of the beaches and also like fish, seafoods. I tried the live octopus. Anyone heard of that? Live octopus? You know, they chop it up and then it's still wiggly and you gotta eat it. Oh, so good. Okay. Yeah, so it was good, but you just gotta be careful. I was nervous, I was shaking the whole time. Put it in your mouth, put it in my mouth. Just eat it quickly. Before it sucks onto your mouth. Okay. Yeah. People said that if it gets stuck in your throat. Oh. Yeah. So I just. Yeah. Okay. So and then I went to Buyong. Buyong is more of a more traditional area. Yeah. So it's more traditional. So this is Buyong, and this is also Buyong. We went to a lot of temples. Korea. Religion is mostly Buddhism, and then the next is Christianity. So they had a lot of temples. So we visit a lot of temples, and the architecture is very like detailed and it's very pretty. So you can't see it well, but it's very detailed, and they do this to every single temple building, which is really pretty. And then when we went to the museum, it shows us how they built it. It's very complicated too. I have videos of it, but you know, I can't put it all in 6 minutes and 10 seconds. And then my favorite place was Jeju Island. Jeju Island, this excursion, it was just only like a few of us that went. Not all of the ISA students went, so therefore we were able to emerge in that island and just do our own thing, explore it by ourselves. And we have more time to explore the area, so I really like it. And it was cold, but it was okay. Good thing I brought my jacket. So, but it was very pretty and it was different. I'd never been on an island before, so this was my first time, and it was great. And then Jeju is an island, but it also has an island, which was Udu. Yeah, isn't that funny? Okay, yeah, so Udu was another island we took the ferry to Udu. We flew to Jeju, and then took a ferry to Udu. Yes. So yeah, great time. DMZ, which was the demilitarized zone, so where Korea, North and South Korea border hits. When I told my Korean friends, okay, so here's the thing. So Koreans, it's harder for Koreans to actually go to the military zone because they have to do like a full background check if they're involved with North Korea, you know, that stuff. So it's harder for them to go. So when they hear our experience about going to this area, they're always shocked and they always wanted to go. So it was like a honor for me to go there because most of the locals can't go. So it was cool. But that was the strictest tour I've ever been to. You can't do this. Walk when you walk, talk when you talk, video when you talk. Wait, stop, don't go there, stay here. Don't videotape South Korea. Take picture on this side. Oh, okay. So it was very strict. And the reasons are very logical too. And then for Jeju, so Jeonju, Gwangju, Daegu. So we went there during Chuseok holiday. Chuseok holiday is Korean Thanksgiving, and they highly love Thanksgiving because that's when family comes together. Just like America, family comes together. They see family, eat food, cooking, stuff like that. So Jeju, Gwangju, that's where we went for Chuseok because we don't have family there. So we just went and traveled, which was fun. We went to the Hanok village. That was very pretty, and it was an experience because we get to see all this unique old traditional buildings, and the architecture was very different from the city. And then we went here where the walls were all painted with just cartoons and cool stuff. So this is Totoro, if you guys don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Okay, cultural activities. So these are the stuff that we did with ISA or by ourselves. We went to the Gwanbok Palace, which the Gwanbok Palace is in the middle of Seoul, which is interesting because Seoul is the city, but here you have this beautiful, naturey, traditional place just in the middle of the city, which is really cool and interesting. So once you go in the palace, it turns into that nature view and tradition. It's so cool. It's pretty, and they're still in the They're still reconstructing it because after the Japanese with the war and stuff, they're still rebuilding it, renewing it, making it more beautiful for the tourists and locals so they can enjoy their own culture and other people enjoy it. And also the unique thing is if you go and rent a hanbok, you get to go in free because you have the traditional and you go and take pictures. It's really cool. And then the Gwanjan and Domyeong market is like a flea market. It's not regular like Mall of America. Yeah. So it's like flea market where you see the old ladies and mainly the old ladies. They are called ajumas. So then you mainly see them. They're selling fish and vegetables, and chips, crackers, good souvenirs. So be careful. The old people, I'm sorry, they're very vicious. They're very vicious. I would just stand waiting for the subway, and then this, I don't know if he was in a rush, but he was just walking, and then I was like really close to the subway. He just came and bumped onto me, and I look behind me and I see all this space, and I was like, wait, all out of this space, you just want to, okay, you're forgiven. So that's the markets. Yes. And then inside, I just went one. Okay, so in Sadong and Hanbok experience. So Hanbok experience, so this Hanbok experience was just me and my roommate. The Hanbok experience we had with ISA, I didn't take a lot of pictures because it was like in a rush. It was just in a rush, so I didn't get a lot of pictures of that. In Sadong and other shopping area is more like Mall America for the youth and stuff. So it's different from the flea market from the other ones. So that's that. And then the Namsan Tower, it was in the video. You guys got a chance to read it. I'm sorry if it was fast. So Namsan Tower is known for like couples to go and make the little lock and then put in the little. We did that, but we weren't like, not me, not friends. We got a lock and then we lock it in, throw the key in. It was cool. Now my name is on the tower. Cooking class. So we did the cooking class with ISA. This was before Chuseok. We had Chuseok. So this is what we made. It's like pancake, something pancake. Okay, I forgot what it's called. But it's like bits of stuff and they're put together and then they're fried. It's so good. It's easy to make. Learn how to cook. Delicious. And then the War Memorial, that was where we learned about the the history of the Japanese and the Koreans in North and South Korea and what happened to them. And then the Samunori class was the drum. We got to hit some drum. It was so cool, but it was fast. I don't work that way. And then Korean movie night. We watched a lot of cool Korean movies, and some Korean movies that we watched were like based on the history of what happened. So it was really cool. A movie night that we watched was Train to Busan. Have you guys seen that? It's on Netflix. Man, it was so intense. If you guys, my friends, they were like, we should have videotaping because my reactions were so interesting. Yeah. So just a couple pictures. This was the night market. This is the SEOUL Festival, SEOUL Adventures Festival. My humble experience. This is the palace. This is the palace too, but like the king's seat. This is where the king would sit. This is I think this is the Wanjang market, and then this is the food. Yep. Did I have fun? Of course. I just didn't have my culture. I also had fun. I went to a couple of K-pop concerts. See my ticket proof. Yeah. So I went to a couple of K-pop concerts. It was wild. Get a seat. Don't stand. Yeah, don't stand. Because these younger generation, they're very wild. And okay. And then festival. As you can see in the video and also in this picture, we went to a couple of festivals. Street shopping, what is this? I don't remember. Yeah, I think this is Insadong, and this is also Insadong. I like going there. And then this is Lotus World. Lotus World is like a version of Disney World. So I'd never been to Disney World. This was great. And we went with our Cuba group, so I got to experience that and also interact with them, which is great. My experience. So yes, I did experience culture shock. Culture shock. Yes. So obviously, if you ever go abroad, you will experience culture shock, whether it's a short period of time or a long period of time. Like how everyone experienced. You start with, I really want to go, I'm excited. You get there, wow, I'm so excited. And then all of a sudden, your body starts questioning you, like, what are you doing? Why are you eating? Why are you going to bed at this time? Like, what are you doing? So and then I started missing home, started missing my mom's food. I was like, I want some fish paste. So I started missing my mom, food, and then my family and friends here. They post stuff online. I wish I was there. But yeah, so out of that. But then I was able to overcome it by saying, this is God, this is a once in a lifetime chance and opportunity. You never know when you're gonna come back. So therefore, stop it. Go. So that's what I did. I stopped it and go. Issues I noticed, Korea is very competitive in like the job force, beauty, just in general, like jobs. It's really, since Korea is a small land, so then the population is very high. So when students go out, students starts from school, which is very competitive because they're ranked. So if you're in the highest, yay, you'll get that best college. If you're not, good luck. But yeah, so it starts from when they're little. They also talent, like if you gotta know how to play an instrument or more, you gotta know how to sing. It's very competitive, starting from when they're little until they grow, until they die, basically. It's very competitive. So college, working and then getting their job. And once they get their job, applying for their job is competitive because let's say like 50 people apply for this job, but only one will get it. So it's very competitive because you got to show off who you are, you got to brag about yourself. So it's very competitive. And if you deny a job, then people will say, oh, maybe she will deny my next one. So then it's more competitive. Beauty. Okay, so Korea beauty standard is really high too. So then when I go, like Korean people take the time to look pretty for other people. They believe that how they should represent themselves is through other people's eyes, if that makes sense. So like if someone like how you look, it's a good thing. If someone doesn't, you gotta do better. So they take the time to like wake up in the morning, do their for girls, they wake up, do their hair, do their makeup, look pretty, dress nice. Every day, you will not see, it's not normal for you to see a Korean male or female to go out wearing sweatpants, sweater, because they want to present themselves well. So that was what I noticed, and it's a good thing because it's a good learning experience. Teach me how to dress up a little bit. And their clothes are cute, so might as well. How I changed, like I learned how to I was forced out of my comfort zone. I had to learn how to like find transportation. Our main transportation was the subway and our legs. So I was forced out of my comfort zone. I was able to explore by myself. I learned how to be more independent and use my resources. Like, don't be afraid to ask the locals. They're very nice. And people say, like, oh, since they don't speak English, I don't want to, cause that miscommunication. No. Just go up to them. Most Korean people, especially in Seoul, will know a little bit of English. They usually know the general things like, hey, where's the bus? Like they bus and then busu. Same different. Korean and, so they will, definitely Korean people will help you with that. If they don't know how to say it, they'll find someone. I'm sure of it. So so there's a lot of things that I learned I just can't get out of my head. But my experience and how I changed, I'm able to so I was just able to go out there and be myself and just explore and get to know people. And plus, I was the only one who went from Bethel, so obviously I don't know anyone, so this just makes me more get out of my comfort zone and get to know people and talk to people, and I can be friends with them so I don't eat alone. Things that I thought I'd never do. I didn't go to Korea with the mindset, I'm not going to do this. I went with the mindset, I'm going to try everything because, like again, I'm only going to be here once. So that's why I tried the live octopus. Man, good experience. I love that. And yeah, and also like, I also went in the mindset of I wanted to try K-pop dance because K-pop is a thing there. So I tried K-pop dance and then also went to concert. So the stuff, I didn't go, so basically overall I didn't go there having the mindset of I'm not going to do anything. Because I was there to try because it's not my culture. I want to know. I want to emerge in the culture. I want to get to know you guys. That's why I'm here. But some people are not the same as me. There were some students that went and they said, I don't want to try this. I'm going to go get McDonald's. I don't want this. Okay, you do you. What I learned, just basically, as I said back, when I see my notes, what I learned a lot of things about their culture, like the beauty standards and the culture and the history of the Korean Japanese. I didn't know that. And also within each so there's Seoul, there's Busan. So within each little country, what is it called? Town? Cities. Within each little city, they have their own histories. When we went to Gwangju, we learned. Yes, Gwangju. We learned about the history of when they were, the government was all a little messed up, and then the people it was just crazy. It was wild. And they honor that, and there was a lot of things I learned. Okay, it's been 4 months. I learned a lot. Okay, yeah, so, but I can go more in details once I have my little, once I have my brain, yeah, in structure. Behind the scenes, so real talk, so financial scholarship, application, passport. I did everything. Study abroad, yes, definitely helped me with everything of finding the right program for this trip. But mainly I did everything on my own because first, I'm the first person in my family to go abroad. So therefore, my parents don't know anything about studying abroad. What? Financial what? Scholarship? What? Passport? What is that? So I had to do everything on my own. First, got my citizenship, done. Second, went and got my passport, done. And then now financial, oh my gosh. So I talked to my financial aid person, got that done. Applied for scholarship, man, got that done. So each step of the way, mostly I did it by myself. And also like tickets and classes, everything. It was a lot of work, and throughout my process, I thought to myself, is this really worth it? Because it was so much work. Work takes, hard work. It takes hard work to get to your goal. So, it was hard because I was doing it all mostly by myself. So, it's a lot of work. So if you do plan to study abroad, it's okay if you don't have much people, but to help you. But it was a good lesson learned. So I did. Yeah, study abroad is there to help you. Melanie sent me to she gave me the passport application, and when I asked her a question, she was there to help me. So that was a big support. And then financial aid, when I went to talk to them, they gave me the questions, the answers to my questions, which was really which was a big help. So everything that I didn't do it by myself all the way through it. I had people help, but with the main steps, I mostly went through it by myself because my parents and also my family, yeah. So this is what my experience. If you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer it. So question time. Any questions? Yes, the girl in the back.
Hi. This is great. Question for you. Did you appear American to them? Was your appearance, and without even speaking, did people tell you American?
Oh, okay. So your question was, did I appear American to them?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I hang out with the group of girls, no. Yes. But if I am by myself on the street, I did get a few excuse me in Korean. Excuse me, do you know what this is? And I would just look at them. No. So when I'm by myself, yes, I got that a lot. I remember one time I was just going home. I think I went to get bubble tea. Oh my gosh, bubble tea. Okay, stop it. So I came back, going back to my dorm, gotta walk through this hill. Oh, between my dorm and campus, it takes 15 minutes for me to walk. So, going back, how I changed, definitely lost a couple of pounds. So, yeah, big change. But anyway, yeah, so I was just walking back, and then I was gonna cross the street, and then this man, not man, but a student, he came up to me and he started talking, and I'm just like, you're talking to me? Wait, we're crossing the street, hold on. So I just kept going, and then he kept talking, so then I stopped, turned around, he kept talking, and I said, oh, I don't know Korean. And I said it in Korean, and then he was like, what? How do you not know Korean when you're speaking Korean? And he was like, you're an international student? And I was like, yes. And then he just looked confused, like, how are you saying that you're not when you were, Yeah, so, yes, to answer your question, when I'm with the group of friends, I look like, they consider me American, but when I'm by myself, they would consider me like a regular Asian person. More questions? Yes.
What did you learn primarily about yourself from being in a very different culture?
See, I'm afraid questions like this will not come up.
Sorry.
What did I learn about myself? Well, first of all, when I went to Korea, I was very comfortable in the atmosphere and the environment. So I did what what did I learn about myself? Well, like I mentioned, I learned how to be like more independent. I was able to force myself out of my comfort zone. I don't usually do that. I'm more of an introvert, like to be introverted. But yeah, with the position that I'm in, first I'm by myself. Second, I don't know the language. Second, this is a different culture. I might as well explore whatever the chance that I have, because once school starts, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. So that's what I learned. And also I learned that I'm more capable of what I'm able to do than I think I am. Because once I step out, I'm like, wow, I can do this. And then I learned to be more observant. So the more I observe the locals, the more I'm able to like speak their language and like catch on what they say. So that was it was cool. Yeah. What? Any questions? Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
I mean, I can explain more. Yes?
Do you kind of remember your first impressions? I know sometimes we have expectations and like, oh yes, that's exactly what I thought, and other times like, oh, I was expecting this, but it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the bathroom situation, they have a squat toilet. I thought they didn't have that. But like the moment I opened the door, I'm like, what is this? So I'm like, Fred, and they're like, that is supposed to squat down. I'm like, oh, okay. So that was that. And also soap. Soap, you get a little pump. No. They have a bar soap on it. So then what you do is wet your hand. You get some soap. And the water is cold. Always cold. The water is always cold. So after I wash my hand, always hold it tight. So what did my first impression? I didn't have any like set a standard when I went there, because I know I have that mindset that it's going to be different. So I might as well infuse them in while I'm there and not just set any standard. I mean, the standard I have mostly was like K-pop. It's going to be there. And then beauty and, and then Korean guys are shy. That was it. Yes.
What type of music or genre was most listened
One more time.
to? What type of music or genre was most listened to?
What type of music or genre was most listened to? Pop. Pop, R&B, K-pop. Yeah. They did listen to American songs. Yeah. When I go into some stores, has the best songs. Wow. Sometimes I get distracted and just start dancing in the middle of the store and then forget that I'm there, because the music is so on point. Yeah. So pop, K-pop, mostly K-pop. Any more questions?
Tell us about the classes that you took. What did you study?
Oh yes, so I took, obviously you came a little after my introduction, but it's okay, I can repeat. What kind of classes I took? I took 2 communication class, 2 general, and a Korean language class. My Korean language class, love it, even half of the time. So we have 2 professors, a professor that comes Monday and Tuesday, and a professor comes Wednesday and Thursday. My Monday and Tuesday professor, no English whatsoever. And then she would like mouth the word and just project it like that. Most of the time, I just stare at her. But our second Korean teacher, professor, she at the beginning she spoke a little English to make us understand. But as time went on, progresses, she started using less English. So then we're able to get that mindset of start to speak Korean. And I also took Korean linguistics the hardest class ever. The class was set up, how to learn Korean and how the alphabet and consonant was set up. It was brutal, but it was great because I was able to understand how Korean language and sound and consonant was set up. And I was able to also compare it with my language. So if you guys don't know, I'm Karen. So then I speak Karen. And so then Korean was tonal, my language is tonal, therefore it was, I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was more familiar. I'm able to adapt it a little more better than some students. Yeah. Did I answer your question?
Can you take class with other Korean students or just all American students?
Yeah, most of my classes were in English, supposedly supposed to be in English. But one of the professor, one of my communication class, media class, he's sometimes, if no one wants to speak English, he was speaking Korean. So that was a little rough. And yeah, but he was good, yeah. But most of my class were in English, supposed to be in English. Any more questions? No? 5, 4, 3, 0. Great! If you do, wait, I'm not done. Hold on. So, if you guys do have any more questions, I'm always available to answer any questions in terms of studying abroad, the real talk about behind the scene and stuff. If you guys want to talk about that, or if you want to learn about Korean, and if you want to learn some words, I still have some. I'm still fresh a little bit. I still brought my book back, so therefore, you know. Yeah, so since thank you all for coming. Put your head, yep. So thank you all for coming. With you guys coming, I got treats, not that treat, some treats from Korean snacks. So this is the bonus. So I got, where's my stuff? Also, I got this in Korea. A lot of things I'm wearing is from Korea. My shirt is from Korea. My socks from Korea. What else is in? My earrings are Korea. There's a lot of things I did. It's 4 months. So then I got some snacks for everyone who came. Thank you. So this is the rice cracker. You guys can read. Yes, so go ahead. So if you don't want to try it, it's okay. If you're allergic to it, don't try it, please. Don't. Put it down. Put it down. So you can just go ahead, take one, and pass it around. I'm new to this. Did you guys enjoy this?
Yeah.
Making me watch me struggle. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Brent, and you can go ahead and pass it around. So that's the first one. I got another one, don't worry. Because there's a lot of food, and I appreciate food. I like food. Therefore, I got another one. So this is the Korean sweet cake. You eat it with like tea or coffee. Really good. I'll start with Melanie. Take one, pass it around. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the snacks. Yeah, thank you. To the people who didn't come, go back to them and be like, you didn't come, you missed it, you missed it.